What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular video, y'all, will be reviewing Empire Season 2, whatever episode came on tonight, whatever, right? Featuring Vivica A. Fox. What's this? November the 18th or something on... Yeah, November the 18th, 2015. Okay, I'll put it in episode. I know I'm one up this two, I think one more episode before we get the grand finale. I mean, the fall finale, I meant to say in 2 weeks. But finally, I might as well review it, especially when finally the episode seems to be getting better again. So, what the heck. So anyway, shout out to my YouTube fam. You know, follow YouTube, my friend. Don't forget to go ahead and just click the description button and like and share this video if y'all feel like, you know, go ahead. But anyways, y'all, first of all, I'll have a couple questions about battle rap. Because I've seen a couple battle raps before, and this kind of seemed like I didn't feel like it was a battle rap. I mean, it was some decent lyrics, but I kind of was confused. I'm like, is this a battle rap? It felt like it was partially battle rap and partially general lyrics. It's usually not time to say, even though the song would be ruthless, they be talking about everybody to their mama, to the kids of their opponents. But usually you focus on majority of the battle rap towards your opponent. It's directed to diss them and make them feel low, and you ain't shit, and I'm the best in the hood, in the country, in the continent, in the world, whatever. Okay, I just was wondering. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Now, Mimi made a quick appearance, and some ain't shady about her. She keep talking about these personal darn, you know, problem that she's trying to handle. You know, they meet up with Sunshine Stream or whatever the place with the dude, and still, first, Andre is trying to warn them about kind of going in with this deal. And you know, of course, still Lucious. No, that same person. By the way, y'all, I know this is off track, but why the hell I had to rewind DVR this, because I've seen it kind of slightly. And they actually gonna have a show called Lucifer. Like, the fuck? I got better things to do, like pray, read the Bible, help myself, save my family, save the world. You get what I'm like, what the? No, why? Why here? Why? Maybe that's my opinion. I'm just sitting here like, no. But anyway, back to Lucifer slash Lucious. He still want to close this deal, but of course they really need Mimi's money to help fund the deal, because Lucious got like that. But what I gather is we seen later saying he got like that, but he ain't got it like that. Okay, because basically what they're saying is there's a possible, for what I remember, ain't it like if they don't do this streaming thing or do this investment, basically the Empire, like, you know, and what was something about income, the stock, and certain things still with income will probably eventually sink. So really they need this dream thing, but at the same time Andre is like telling them like either not to do whatever it's called, take caution, something along those lines. And of course he wants to do what Lucius wants to do, and Mimi's still like, I don't know, and all this shit, right? Now she was gonna hope I do a threesome, like I said, I'm just saying is, here she was so gun-ho about everything the first couple episodes. I mean, the beginning of the season. And now all of a sudden, something ain't right. Where now all of a sudden it's kind of like she's hesitant and has these personal problems or issues. And we don't know what they are yet. You know, and she still, it's just something about her starting to make her fishy. And then when they go to the meeting, because, you know, they end up getting thirsty. Because, you know, he's talking about he need to get some thirsty. He's going to go thirsty. They meet up with Thirsty, and I think Andre was there or something like that. And he still is debating, you know, because Thirsty's like this. This dude brags about whatever fuck shit he on. He tells us. So it's not like it's going to be one of those things where, like, okay, you know, he fucked a prostitute yesterday evening. He put it on Instagram that he fucked a prostitute. And what hotel was that? That's the type of person I guess this dude is, who's over Jared, J. They had too many goddamn J's in this goddamn episode, okay? So we're going to call Mr. J, or, you know, get you in the boxing ring, Mr. J, okay? We're going to call him Sunshine Streaming or whatever the hell this thing was, okay? I forgot what the stream company that he has. But Lucius is thinking like the company won't benefit if they don't take his investment, whatever. But like I said, when they met with the dude and they were going to sign a deal to merge or whatever together, Mimi finally comes in. Sorry, I had some personal issues, but let me just. Nobody looked at the paperwork, okay? Did everybody look at the paperwork before? I'm just saying they just signed and shit, whatever. You could have been extra paid to add you'd added to it or whatever, and then. Because, I think Andre wasn't Andre there, and he was saying some comment like, what, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just remembering I kind of on and off watched the episode. I didn't watch it entirely in one setting. I kind of just went on and off in the past hour or so. But anyway, he just like, because he was thinking Lucious was going to, he was like, that's when we found out he got money, but he ain't got money like that to be up to just investing like, that amount of money even Mimi has about, even with his share. Okay, I don't know if he's about to put 10.5 million in or whatever. But that's when Mimi came in and signed, and then, here, Lucious is looking from the angle like, in the end to 6 months out in the world, that's the thing is, how he is, right? So, we got that. Now, we're going to go to Hakeem. I want to go to the Jamal thing first, then go to the Hakeem thing / Boo Boo Kitty and what the fuck shit she on, as usual, okay? Jamal is, I guess, getting an opportunity they can possibly be in this Pepsi thing, right? Or, be one of the artists that, got a theme song and the next generation, next thing, whatever. And, how he's sneaking with his own mom as far as producing the songs, whatever, right? And first, I think she making herself her own homemade Chipotle wrap or whatever she was doing, or some type of sandwich. And Lucious, is coming in and talking to Jamal, how it's just a thing about what if we find out Lucious is working with him and whatnot, and she go in the closet and takes her food with her. It was just understandable, right? Because even if she didn't have that coat, she was gonna make sure she ate her food because she sure was eating it while he came, whatever, right? So what happened is that Lucious didn't end up finding the code, and they were talking about the song. They were protecting it. The Tuck music, I forgot, whatever. But it was kind of like a techno beat, and Jamal liked it, and they end up like leaving, or he ended up walking him out. And then, but he was just saying, oh, my mom, my mom just leaves her stuff here because, he knows the code. And then, like I said, we see Cookie going ham on the Chipotle, right? Her homemade, whatever sandwich that she has. And so we see, like I said, on and off, like Hakeem was talking to, we met up with Jamal talking to, but like I said, we go there because it's more so a lot of it kind of on and off was dealing with Hakeem this episode and people around him. So anyways, y'all, and it's still thirsty. I don't know. It's still thirsty. He thirsty, and it's just something about that Negro too I don't like. Okay, now later on, he ends up having a session that Cookie and him in, and like I said, I'm not going to point out everything. And he wants, like I said, he had 1 week to meet his 10 other artists and stuff, whatever, right? But he decides to have both Cookie and Lucious meet without them knowing, because he realized there's something important with the production of his version when he was working with his mom / production of the music that was given from Lucious. And so they decided to base, first it was like, we ain't having this shit, and then Jamal like, no, it's something I can incorporate in both of y'all songs. And first you can just steal the tension and stuff like that, right? Like, whatever, right? But he decided to say he's gonna incorporate both songs. But around the same time, because first, then Lucifer was telling him at first, like, well, we the Empire paying for this session or whatever, or think of thing. And he was letting him know, like, you know what? No, I'm paying for this session. So, but they talk outside of the studio thing, and Lucious and Cookie decide to make a bet. Basically, I think, like the Cookie's saying with this brat battle, which I'm about to get into, she's like this: if Hakeem wins or whatever, when he wins whatever, that basically she's able to, I guess, drop the next Jamal's album or something, and hit this and that, then he can have Hakeem's album. If Lucifer wins, Lucious wins. So, or LL wins. I think that was the exchange, right? So, anyways, that's the bet. And then we seen another scene where they have the Pepsi little like viewing of the songs and merging. At first, even them seeing each other there, it was like, and here Jamal trying to be like, okay, could y'all sit down and blah blah blah. And then they try to realize, yeah, we don't want to be looking like we hoodish today or whatever, or looking like a stereotype. So we just gonna sit down. You know, you want to see, baby? Would you like this? Yeah, you're such a gentleman, Lucious. You know, I'm just they had to pretend that thing. So the song first, I think we heard um Lucious verse, right? And it was a sound, and then it was like, and you know, Cookie was about to leave. She was about to stage and go or take her shades and leave and shit, right? And then all of a sudden Jamal was like, then he got the person, she like, hey, and then, you know, but then all of a sudden you realize it sounded together, which we were starting to see when it was in the studio, and then it went in. But anyways, so it merged together, and the Pepsi lady that she was, or whatever the worker Pepsi sat there and said where she was like, oh, you know, basically he won whatever his corporation was going to be working with Pepsi, whatever. And so after that, we'll get into, like I said, a lot of it like had to do with Hakeem. Now, at the beginning of the episode, we see Becky is talking to Lucious, and I guess, I don't know if it's his club, whatever, and he's up there, and then Freda basically does a diss on everything, like, you know, you daddy's the girl, he's the son, you know, I'm the son, he wish that he had, whatever, basically you a bitch, you know, whatever, you know, you can use my coupons I get from Always. You know, one of them type of songs. She was blowing like hell, but basically letting him know, like, you know, lying, you know, I'm about to take over, stuff like that. You ain't nothing, you bitch, you know, type of song. So Hakeem, or, you know, he was actually with his precious Lord, and it turned out it was the first time, but it turned out she was a virgin. Now, he was kissing her stomach. He was like, okay, we can take our time, but, he was, you know, I don't know what he's about to do, finger popper or something, but at the same time, he gets this text or whatever, and that's when he found out about the Freda, you know, Freda slash his daddy, against, you know, making this, you know, diss against him, and him lose actually Freda to make the diss, direct. So he all of a sudden, it looks like he on, you know, Periscope or some shit, or bootleg version, let it be known like he about to be a rap battle. You know how Hakeem is, you know, I'm gonna be proved I'm the king, woo woo. And then, of course, Cookie sitting there and with her, you know, her I forgot what is that dude name beside Mr. Sexy. I'm just gonna call him that, whatever. Mr. Sexy promoter slash I got ulterior motive. Okay. He comes in, you know, Cookie is talking to him, he comes in there, Cookie based like this. Basically, your daddy has tricked you into getting an sucker to a rap battle. And, you know, Hakeem is sitting there like, oh, this promoter just got in your head, banged you out and banged you basically out your common sense and shit. That this is why you're coming with this. And he's like, Keem, I ain't got nothing to do with that. And he's like, you ain't close to me, Broadway, Hakeem. Basically, he let him know, like, I don't like your ass. You have some ulterior motive going on. But actually, Hakeem is right. It just hasn't been proven yet. So, anyways, y'all, he basically sits there, and, you know, it's kind of like back and forth with it. But Cookie's trying to let him, the basic Hakeem, know like this. You'll get sucker rap battle. If you lose, that motherfucker decide to go on, you know, as far as since you want to make a challenge, do you know we'll be Empire's bitch? And on top of that being Empire's bitch, you know, we'll basically lose before we even began the race as far as being into, you know, trying to get our name out there, but not on some BS. You know, we're trying to get our reputation of people to like us, okay? You know, support Cookie's cookout and everything else, okay? Report Cookie's cookies. So she might be selling cookies probably in Walmart, just like Patty Bell's doing them sweet potato pies. You know what I'm just saying? Like, you don't want to mess with your endorsements. I'm just saying. He still kept coming at the promoter like, you know, basically like he ain't feeling this dude, blah, 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 and whatever. So he, I think, it got to the point where he was about to leave, whatever, right? But, you know, but Hakeem is based like this. He's trying to prove a point and prove himself. And, you know, in a way, that's something, you know, that he got from his daddy, too. It's like, he's always trying to prove a point, even when it's like, it'll be a you big dummy moment or big ass risk. Sometimes the big ass risk, I mean, sometimes like you do have to do a big ass risk, but sometimes big ass risk, like, are you sure you want to do that? I don't know if you want to do that. Are you sure? Fuck it. That's kind of sometimes how Hakeem has it. Maybe that's to me how I see it. And he has the personality, but like they both have that fuck it type of mentality. So, he's going, I guess aside, okay, but he's trying to get his other woo woo, and then him and the guy end up, he basically still talking smack, talking sideways to Mr. Sexy slash promoter slash arbitrary promoted, and I really had something to do with how Hakeem got kidnapped, because that's also was a part of this too, but was being kidnapped or whatever, and Freda's thing, she just let it like, that was like, ooh, that was kind of wrong, okay, so anyway. And then he ended up going past him, whatever, they got some words. Hakeem ends up pushing Mr. Sexy Promoter. And then the sexy promoter was about to push him back because he was like, you don't want to, I mean, you got heart, but don't come at me. And then, sexy promoter pushed him and stuff. And then, Cookie was like this. She wasn't like the mom, AJ Johnson's character from Baby Boy. She was, she was like this, fuck this, okay. I like this dick, whatever, at the moment, but you ain't about to fuck with my son. You know how Baby Boy, if y'all remember that, classic whatever, we noticed that the mama kind of like as far as Jody, but took the sides of the dude after they got a big arbitration, or Jody kept running his mouth and he got what he asked for that he didn't want, and that's what happened. But there wasn't Tyrese originally supposed to be on here too on a couple episodes. I thought I could have sworn I heard that, but okay. But yeah, but anyway, she ends up smacking the Mr. Sexy Promoter guy like, you don't ever put hands on my son. Okay, like I said, she ain't playing that about boys. Like I said, I don't care how good the dick is, but they're like, smack. He just sat there, and I think she was popping like, y'all better stop, whatever type of thing. So she said, basically like that's, okay. So you better come that bad rap better correct whatever. I think wasn't that the scene whatever too, and I think Mr. Sexy Rainbow, I forgot that little part, but that's just how it is with me. Like she ain't playing that. She didn't even do like the thing like how some people be up there push one person on the side and be in the middle of them like no stop both of you. She like you ain't about to fuck my so smack, and I'll get that different video with you two cause this remake the lost form art of smacking slapping. So anyways. We have another scene where she sit there after she met trying to make her homemade Chipotle sandwich. She makes up with Jamal and they FaceTime each other on MacBook Pro. And here go Hakeem coming. He's like, oh, so you working with Jamal? And then she like, no, it's not like that. Come on now. It's, whatever. It's just we work on a song, get the type of thing. And Jamal Hakeem was like this. Why, he always your favorite and all this stuff. And then, he like, I'm going to tell daddy. And she just like this. Oh, you are a snitch, bitch. You really is. Whatever. I thought I taught you better than that. Okay, so you gonna tell your daddy? Okay. And then the guy was quiet, but she just like basically like, you better bring it to the battle, whatever. Right? We gonna work in a session. But then he was quiet. I know he didn't get mad. He kind of listened to his mom, whatever, because she basically like this, like, really, you want to test me? And Hakeem didn't want to test. He probably had flashback where she beat his ass with that fucking broomstick in the first season and shit when he was talking all that bullshit, and she just was like, I'm gonna beat it out of you. Broke the broom. I think he probably had a couple splinters in the side of his cheek on his face. So I'm just saying. But anyways, they go to you see one side how you got Freda preparing for the battle, and you got like the other part where Hakeem prepared for the battle when they like give a word and he start rapping whatever. So he ready whatever. With that. So anyways, we gonna go to another scene. We see Boo Boo Kitty is in the bathroom. And she looked like she has look like it could be passed as a cake knife. And, cake knife is kind of, big, but it looks like a cake knife with a sharp edge. And we first thought she's going to cut herself, stab herself, because she looked like she was crying a lot. And then we see a pregnancy test. And it looked like, then she used it to cut the box open, whatever. And it looked like she went and got a Sam's Club / Costco version of a bulk of a bunch of pregnancy tests. Okay, I bet she got all the extra care points from her CVS on that day. Because she looked like, was at least about 10 or 20 of them motherfuckers she got. And it looked like, I couldn't really tell, but it looked like it was saying you're pregnant or something. I don't know, but all I know she was trying to go, hi, Hakeem. I know you don't have time right now, blah, 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 but I'll meet you later. But I know, like I said, he said he was going to talk, with Laura. I don't know if they showed like they had left. I don't know if it's, but I'm just saying this. He probably was with Laura at that moment already, whatever. And they probably was on second base again. But she ends up going to Hakeem's house, talking to him, and basically said, like, don't let your daddy get him some liquor. And then he was like, you had something to say to me type of thing, but to make a long story short, she was just like, I'm good. I'm good. And, and plot. Then she's somewhere, I don't know what's going in Empire or seen somewhere in building. She ends up going to Rhonda, and Rhonda's baby bump is starting to show. And they talk. And because Nika was going to get a soul cleanse and smoothing. I don't know what that means, okay? And she ends up talking to her, and Rhonda was like, she realized first they were going to try to get kids, her and Dre, for several reasons. But then she realized once she got pregnant, it was the best feeling that she had, besides not getting something from her husband for the third trimester, how Dre's been trying to be stuck until he did that blackmail shit last week. But she liked this. You know what? Lucious is like palm in the hands, just putty, where, you see how when Lola was around, and, how that got ripped out of the script. Is Lola ever going to come back for season 3 or something like that? Or the next one they have, whenever they come back in the spring or whatever for the new season or summer? Because Lola, didn't he say, or did he do that as, a way to distract the dude who was pointing a gun, who was acting up, wilding up, Lola's mama's crazy ass boyfriend, whatever. Because the reason why I say that is because remember he said that was his child. And now we don't see the child anymore, so that I'm surprised that wasn't put back in the script and they just put it in the folder somewhere and just said fuck it. But anyways, she ends up, basically, and then I started thinking like Anita is probably going to say like, depending how far along the pregnancy is. And we don't know, it wasn't too far long ago that she was still not having sex. Obviously, she wasn't getting no Plan B pills or was not on, I forgot what, tricycle, I'm no mispronouncing, some birth control pill that even clears up acne and nothing like that. I don't think they have the market anymore. But you get what I'm saying is, she obviously, sat there and got possibly pregnant by Hakeem. But we don't know, like I said, if it was still around the time frame when she was still with Lucious, okay? Besides him, getting some cookie for cookie, like, at least twice, he was still screwing the niggas, and we don't know how far away, so it could be another thing, like, it could be the sons, it could be the Lucious child again. Like I said, ain't Lola possibly still a child? That was just saying, they just wrote that out the script, but Lorana was saying, like, he lied up, so he's so happy, he even chats with her and stuff, he acknowledged her actually his person, to stop calling me your white woman, or your cave bitch, or whatever else that he used to probably call. I'm just saying is, how Lucious was ruthless when they showed the flashbacks first season, just called eat this white woman. I'm just saying, but that's what the fuck he said. But sorry, I'm doing a little extra cursing. But yeah, but that's what the hell he did. But Anika had that look on her face like, I got a plan, okay? So we go later on, and they're preparing for this rap battle, and this rap battle comes in, and you got Lucious there with the hood, and then you got Freda coming in, we ready, coming in. And then, first, then Hakeem comes in a little later, I guess, to make an interesting point. With Fuckmaster there, I thought he was going to drop a bomb on it, but he didn't. And so, all of a sudden, you got, I think Hakeem was the first one that was rapping. And like I said, it just seemed like more like it was words that was written down or like pre-done. I mean, and usually battle rapping is like you think on the topic. Like I said, y'all please explain to me. I only sing, but I'm not a rapper or anything, okay? I just like rap music sometimes, But then Freda comes in with stuff still like talking about, brother, knock out you little boy, you rich spoil ass brat, that type of lyrics. But she still was just spinning whatever, Freda. Then they dropped the Flavor in Your Ear beat, okay? Because the first one was kind of like, just something like, you have one of them songs that come free with the phone and stuff, like, you have a theme as a ringtone type of rap sound in the first thing. Then they came up with a Flavor in Your Ear beat. And then Freda went first, still going on top of Hakeem. And now Hakeem, he rapped it like, yeah, I got money, I'm a Warren Buffett type of thing, woo, 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 woo. It was ill, but it was like nothing towards her, like, the first one, he was kind of just talking about her, like, to a certain point, but then I still, like, to a certain point, felt like Freda was able to kill because it was toward the battle rap, like, she was beating Hakeem up with the words, and, a little bit more. But Hakeem, not to say he wasn't bad, but it was general, like, I'm rich type of thing, I'm the illest. But I think what won people over is, like, I'm dropping the lame lion. And then he ends up, somebody gave him a sledgehammer or some bat or something, and he started hitting the damn bat and stuff like that. First of all, I was like, where the hell did the bat come from and stuff? But he started hitting, he had his name there, had in highlights and stuff, and he dropped the name Lion. And he was like, I'm going by Hakeem. I'm dropping my last name. I guess that's the name he went by, right? Like I was paying attention. And then suddenly it was like, everybody was like, what do you think's word? Hakeem, no lying. Hakeem, no last name lying. Hakeem, and no last name. They could have just said Hakeem, but I don't know what. That's too many extra words that we got to say for no reason. Hakeem, we ain't got to use them all lying. Hakeem, we ain't use them all lying. Hakeem, we ain't use them all online, you know. And then, like I said, I guess that's when they're over the passions. Like basically, he's disowning his dad for good. Okay, we already knew that when he could have just said, "I fucked your bitch." That's pretty much, you know, what he did in the last season. And what happened to that dude that was supposed to be similar to Tupac? That, you know, Lucious has got. You know how he's been written under the rug too. I thought he at least would have packed up. I'm just saying. I mean, I know I haven't watched all the episodes, but I watched reviews, but he just seemed like a lot of people that was in last season got erased besides Werner's character. Okay, but anyways, after that, Hakeem obviously must have won, and they had a club, and here come Lucious, whatever. You know, Cookie's just happy, even just for one night, that she gets to have all her boys back. And, you know, they're happy that the little brother won, whatever. And here Lucious like, and you know, that's how I feel like when Lucious be talking. But he was just like, you know, they made it about, you know, I guess they're going to work on Hakeem's album together as well or something, to put it out together. Some was part bit of, whatever. But Cookie was just like, you know, but you going to be all right. And Hakeem, you know, but she was just like, okay, everything's okay. You know, so that kind of will help Hakeem's rap cred. We don't know if it'll help his street cred, but it'll help his rap cred. But at the same time, we see another scene where Jamal is sitting with our Lucious and just let us, you know, enjoy this moment, Dad. You know, just please listen. He kind of just went away for a second, but guess what happened? I forgot to mention when Hakeem disowned the name and started using wherever this battle, whatever bar, whatever, to basically dim the lights or darken the lights of the last name Lion. Lucious has a flashback. Maybe that's where he decided to take the name Lion. He was in front of a statue, sleeping in front of a statue with a blanket. I don't know if or maybe they might show in the next 2 episodes about what happened to his mom. In terms of like, did she, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I thought they were going to show, because the flashback was so late in this episode, I thought they were going to show it, you know, like more like what had happened with the mom, and his mom. But he just ended up just going to sleep, makes a good idea, removing the name, you know, like getting the idea and looking up and seeing it was Lion. But this is when he's still around the same age where they started showing his flashbacks with Lucious when he was still actually discovered named White, and the breakdown of his mother dealing with the mental illness that she had. And so, but yeah, all of a sudden Vivica and Fox, you know, they were saying that somebody came to Cookie around this time, was basically like, you know what, you need to go outside, your sister's here. And it wasn't Carol, it was Caroline or something, whatever. And then your other sister, she came out there, and here Vivica like, hey, you know, she comes there first, and, you know, but they got bodyguards on, like, I need to talk to you, I need to talk to you. She goes outside, and Cookie just like, you know, what bullshit is you on, basically, you know, type of thing. And, you know, I think she was talking about Carol was kind of like a scammer or stuff like that or whatever. And Caroline, or Vivica Fox's character, or also known as Cookie's sister, is basically trying to tell her, like, because I thought it was Cookie's name was Cookie, since all the other girls, I guess other sisters would start with C as well, even the one named Carol. So anyways, she basically like this. She's like, you know, something is wrong, but, you know, Cookie's like, you know, you think you better than, and all this other stuff, whatever. They get into a little, you know, mini little debate, I guess a little argument. And she's like, you know, you think you better than people, you don't know what's going on, but since you don't half-ass talk to the family, you married a white man, yeah, and he's rich. And then, you know, Cookie want to remind her, like, listen here, with them cheap ass shoes. So they just like having, like, you can tell, some sister tension, and she hasn't been really talking to her. But then she tells her that Carol left her kids there with some note, and basically said, like, she's at fault. Her and Jamal, the dude's head that was in the first, 1 or 2 episodes ago, whatever, of the season, is at fault. So Carol is went into hiding or whatever. And now Cookie was telling Vivica Fox character. And then, I noticed Vivica Fox, whatever name, Caroline, Kathy, whatever her name was, she ends up calling her Cookie, well, Loretta, what did you do? So Cookie, everybody been Cookie. I thought the real name was Cookie, not or something like that. But now her name is Loretta or something like that. She said, and now they supposed to go fill. Then Hakeem at the end, because Lucious left and he was happy to see, made his night to see the other sister there. By the way, he walked off, and like I said, Cookie especially. I don't know if that meant that he had called her. I don't think he did, but it just made it seem like he had called her come there to start shit once, especially since they won. But I think she was coming there anyway and stuff like that. But make a long story short, to end this, I knew something was up. It was just too predictable that Laura, he's probably called Uber, and had a car pickup, and I knew like somebody's in the back or something like that. This is what got Petey Wheatstraw in trouble when this dumbass at the end got a little too comfortable and a little too cocky and thought he won against the devil and went in the back car, and not only the devil was there and the servants there, and he had to marry the darn devil's daughter he tried to ditch so he wouldn't have to marry her. I don't know why I keep bringing Petey Wheatstraw. But that's what I'm saying is he fell and went to the wrong damn car and stuff like I just knew it was the wrong damn car, and then all of a sudden I knew, even if he opened the door, obviously nobody was there. But guess who's driving? It's Anita with one of the wigs she used to wear when she used to role play with Lucious and pretend like she was a maid, probably cleaned the house some, I don't know, but she was just like, oh, where to? And so that's how the episode ends. It ends where Anita is up to something, or is Laura about to be kidnapped too, or whatever. I don't know. Because like I said, he didn't pay attention, he just closed the door and, and that was that. Okay. So, anyways, we'll see in the next episode. Looks pretty interesting, but y'all pleasant. We pleasant nice weekend. That's best I got for tonight. But it wasn't such a bad episode, okay? And then I'm kind of warning, is Cookie also going to pay attention to the promoter? And now Nika is back to her old tricks. But that kind of explains, like, actually, it's right that Cookie obviously did have a problem with her. It wasn't just having words like, you fucked my ex-husband and not, still had feelings because we had a family, blah, blah, blah. She was actually right about Cookie. Cookie is on some fuck shit. I mean, no. My bad. Boo Boo Kitty is on some fuck shit. Okay? And as usual, like, she on something else. Okay? So we'll see how this goes and if she's going to take Hakeem to Mori, in the future. Anyways, y'all take care.